are destroying the Democratic Party. You know, when your opponent is screwing up, don't interrupt him. Let him go. I mean, just looking at this from a political standpoint, if I didn't know better, I would think the members of the squad were GOP plants. I mean, they think that illegal immigration, socialism, higher taxes, abortion are all moral goods.
Some people hate America so loudly they forget who sent them to Congress. Senator Kennedy just exposed the squad's agenda for the whole country. Grab a seat, get comfortable, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
There are a lot more important issues in front of the United States Congress and the American people than who tweets what to whom. So let me say it one more time. I thought in the president's original tweet, I thought it was a poor choice of words. I think I know what the president meant, and he clarified later and said, look, if you're not happy in America, leave. Just leave, and I agree with that. But his original articulation of that concept, in my opinion, fell short of the mark. Number two, frankly, I don't know why the president felt the need to tweet on this subject at all. You know, when you argue with a fool, you just prove there are two. And I consider Congresswoman Omar, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, Congresswoman Tlaib, Congresswoman Presley, I think is her name. They call themselves the Squad. I consider them to be fools. They hate America. They think America was wicked in its origins, and it's even more wicked today. They ought to be thanking America instead of calling America evil and wicked and racist. But this is America, and they have the right to their opinion. But I don't like to see the president even dignify their point of view. Besides that, I think that the squad, as they call themselves, they are destroying the Democratic Party. You know, when your opponent is screwing up, don't interrupt him. Let him go. I mean, just looking at this from a political standpoint, if I didn't know better, I would think the members of the squad were GOP plants. I mean, they think that illegal immigration, socialism, higher taxes, abortion are all moral goods. They think America, Israel, free enterprise are moral bads. That's not what most Americans believe. And that's kind of where I am on the subject. The president has explained his position. He has said, look, here's what I meant. If you're not happy living in America, leave. It's a free country, and I agree with that assessment.
Senator John Kennedy didn't hold back, calling out what he sees as one of the most ridiculous political firestorms Washington has wasted its time on. While the country faces real challenges, Kennedy blasted the obsession over a single presidential tweet, saying Congress should be focused on issues that actually matter to the American people. Kennedy admitted the president's wording wasn't perfect, but he understood exactly what the president meant. And millions of Americans did too, when the president clarified his message, saying, if you hate living in America, you can leave. Kennedy said he agreed completely. But then he went further. Kennedy turned his attention to the squad, Representatives Ilhan Omar, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, and Ayanna Presley, accusing them of hating the very country they represent. Kennedy said they routinely call America evil, wicked, racist, and broken, instead of acknowledging the freedoms and opportunities that make this country unique. He argued they have every right to say whatever they want, but that doesn't mean the president should dignify their attacks with a response. And then came the hammer. Kennedy said the squad is destroying the Democratic Party from the inside out. If he didn't know better, he joked, he'd think they were GOP plants, because everything they push, open borders, socialism, runaway taxes, and unrestricted abortion, alienates everyday Americans. Kennedy closed by saying the president already explained himself. This is a free country, and if someone thinks America is irredeemably wicked, they're free to leave. And he stands solidly behind that message. This clash has lit up Capitol Hill, and the fallout isn't going away anytime soon.